So I just wanted to do a channel message for you guys. Some things were coming to me, so I need to go ahead and get them to you. All right. So first, I want to definitely say hey and welcome to any of you guys who are new here. Okay, welcome. If in fact this video resonates with you, let me know. Okay, shoot me an email or let me know in the comment section. Okay, the email info is down in the description box, as well as information on readings. Okay, for those of you guys who are subscribers, hey fam, thank you for subscribing. I hope that you guys have been enjoying your readings. I will definitely be getting some more readings out very soon. So, yeah, thank you. But, so, as always, let me welcome in spirit and get you guys your channeled message, okay? I got 111 on the timer as well. Holy Spirit of pure divine white light of the Most High God, we thank you for this day, and I'm so very grateful for all that you are to us all that you have been and all that you will continue to be. I ask that you grant me the ability to deliver clear and concise messages to the viewer as you see fit. Amen. All right, y'all. So, at this time, I'm getting that some of you guys are very satisfied with some things, okay, or will soon be, okay. So satisfaction is a thing right now for some of you guys. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, and listen, you know what's yours, you take what's yours, leave the rest, okay. If it does not flow, let it go. But on the other end of the spectrum, there are some of you guys that that is the thing. You are not satisfied. There are some things that maybe you've been doing that, you know, you had hopes of just feeling fulfilled, and you've come to notice that you are not, right? And, you know, obviously this is a collective reading, so it could be so many different things. But one example, unfortunately, that I am getting at this time is like a relationship. Okay, for some of you guys, you know, went into something with high hopes, right? You went into something thinking that, okay, well, you know, this might be the one. I'm really enjoying their vibe. We seem to have a lot in common, or just whatever your situation was where you just had high hopes for it, right? Now, for some of you guys, I am getting that it was actually not to say it was none of those things, but that really wasn't the full blown case. It was just more of you were hyping yourself up and hyping up the situation and the person because so badly you wanted it to be fulfilling. You wanted it to be something that satisfied you, okay? And for some of y'all, and also this could be the other person, okay? So let me make that clear as well. And for some of y'all, it was more about temporary satisfaction, okay? Something to like get a taste on your taste buds, for lack of better terminology. But look, you take it for what it is. But you know, something that just, you know, something for the moment, right? That may have turned into more, right? And that could simply be, you know, y'all were sneaky links, or y'all knew how to be sneaky links, but y'all just hooked up. It wasn't really supposed to be like this long-term thing, but somehow you found yourself in a relationship. Next thing you know, y'all done been together for a little minute, but you're realizing that it's just, you're not satisfied. I mean, to keep it simple. You're realizing that it's just not what you set out for it to be, or just, yeah. So that's for some of y'all, okay? And it's really important for you to know that, you know, we meet people for reasons, right? And some for seasons, right? And maybe for some of you guys, that season has come to an end. And listen, it could have been sooner than expected as well for some of you guys. But, and for some of you guys, I'm getting that, and this isn't for those of you who like, just kind of jumped into something. This is for those of you guys who, like, you actually intended, right, to be with this person and you had high hopes and so on and so forth, but like you're just you're not feeling fulfilled. So, and like I said, y'all know y'all story, y'all know how y'all feel, so take what's yours. Don't like force fit what's not yours, okay? But, you know, for some of you guys, just because it's not fulfilling in this moment does not mean that it cannot be. So for some of y'all, I'm getting like, maybe you need to kind of reevaluate your role and your position in the connection to see if you've actually been putting forth the effort, the actions, taking the necessary steps, and doing the self-reflection and the inner work to make sure that you were investing in the connection, the things that, you know, basically just to make it a fulfilling connection, right? Because if you're just in this connection with someone and you're not really like trying to put in no work, you're just kind of hoping and praying that it's like, oh well, you know, I don't know, it's just like, okay, if there are things in the connection that are making you not feel fulfilled, right? One thing is, have you communicated that to the person, to the other person? Like, have you been real with yourself and just really like, because maybe this is what's going on right now. Like, maybe this is your confirmation from spirit. Like, you might want to sit down and like really sit with yourself and ask yourself, why are you not fulfilled? And this is your time of realizing that, okay, well, maybe I haven't done this, or maybe I'm not seeing things from a different perspective outside of myself. Okay. But that's for some of y'all. Let's see. Now, for those of you who like, you're not feeling fulfilled, but it's not about a relationship or a connection. Like, for some of y'all, it's straight materialistic things. And by that I mean, so for example, say, you know, you have, like, say you're a wealthy individual, right? Or you don't even have to be wealthy, but you're stable, you know, you have the things that you need, you even have some of the things that you want, you know what I'm saying? And yet you're still unfulfilled. That very well could be because maybe, and really I'm feeling leaning, this is leaning more towards those of you who maybe, you know, quite wealthy, you have a rich, or whatever term you want to use, but you have a nice amount of money, so you can, you know, travel when you want to, you can buy all like the designer brands, or buy whatever cars you want, or whatever, right? But yet you're unfulfilled, right? Because you're like, some of y'all buying jewelry and, you know, whatever, and yet you are not fulfilled within your spirit, right? And that is because come on, spirit. Okay, and so that is because you are seeking outside of yourself for the fulfillment. And this could apply to those of you as well with the connection. So for some of you guys that are dealing with actual connections and you're like thinking about it from the aspect of I'm not fulfilled in this connection, it's like, okay, have you looked for what needs to be fulfilled within the self before you try to make it about the connection? Because don't get me wrong, the connection could very well have a lot to do with it, right? Or just even a pinch to do with it. But everything starts with self. Okay? So, just for anybody who this resonates with, take the time to sit down and I'd say journal, right? Sit down and write it out or whatever, but for some people that's not their thing and that's okay. However, it can be very helpful because you're able to look at it, right, and see it on paper, or in your notepad in your phone or whatever, right, or on your laptop. But for some of y'all, like, it's just time to really do some digging. Okay, sit with yourself. Limit the distractions. Really start digging deep with yourself. Ask yourself questions like, okay, so, like a great example is, has there ever been a time where you really truly felt happy, right, or at peace or fulfilled, right? Since that's what we're talking about is satisfaction, right? And if in fact you have already had these specific feelings before, then what things were going on with inside of you as well as outside of you that made you feel that way, right? Does it take you back to childhood? Does it remind you of a certain past relationship that you had, whether it was platonic or a love connection? Just whatever it was, right? So, you want to think about those things. Then you just also want to think about what things that you actually enjoy doing that like brings you feelings of joy and fulfillment, right? So if you are, just an example, like if you're an artist, right? Maybe you just love putting your fingers in the paint. Right? It could be as simple as that. And when you are putting your fingers in this paint and you're pressing down on the canvas, like you have moments of fulfillment because you are like in your element. You are feeling release. Another example would be like if you are a rapper or a singer, right? When you are writing your music or when you are in the booth and you are rapping or singing in that moment, like is that the time where you're feeling fulfilled? Are you feeling free? Are you feeling, unless these specific scenarios are just giving work energy for you, then no, that's not really a good example, right? But I know for a lot of people, like who are just in those industries, right, who are artists, who are creative beings, those tend to be your areas of creativity and release and just feeling fulfilled, like once you step away from doing what you're doing, right? If not while, because a lot of times you're doing what you love doing. And also, those things are forms of therapy, whether people want to agree to that or not, but they very much are. But yeah, so anywho, mainly, like I say, the big thing is about satisfaction and fulfillment. Now, for those of you guys who are soon to be stepping into this, get ready. Get ready. Because, I'm really getting the feeling that there's many of you guys who you have been feeling like you haven't had fulfillment. 1444 on the timer, okay? So we have that good 444 synchronicity. Come on, Spirit. And it's your time. it is your time to just feel fulfilled. To have the things that satisfy you spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and even some physically, right? Because some of you guys may be working out, and maybe the workouts make you feel good. Maybe getting that good sweat is making you just feel satisfied, right? um Maybe, or maybe it's not even just that. Maybe it's the results, right, that you're getting from putting in that work of working out and being consistent, and being able to go see the results when you look in the mirror, or when you put on whatever outfit. Maybe you just bought one, or maybe had one that you could fit at one point in time, and then you was enjoying a little bit too much of something that was a pleasure for your taste bud. I think that was kind of something I said in the beginning of this, right, where I was talking about taste on your anyway, moving forward. And so you put on a little something, and he was like, "Oh no, we ain't doing that. We'll have to make some changes." And so you've been putting in the work, and so you will begin to feel satisfied just simply in knowing that you put in that work. Now you can put on your good stuff that you've been waiting to get back into, or whatever, and just really satisfied with the results. That's a beautiful thing. Plus, we are in summer as I am presently recording this, so summertime fine is a thing. All right, but yeah, so get ready to embark on some self-fulfillment. Okay, and then for some of you guys, some amazing satisfaction outwardly from others, and different connections, whether that is friendship connections that are coming in, and whether they're old or new. And you guys are going to be connecting and vibing, and listening to music, and maybe barbecuing, and maybe going out for drinks and brunching and dancing and all that good stuff, right? And maybe these are just things that you need right now. Maybe you've been putting in a lot of work. Maybe you've been in school, been doing a lot of studying, or maybe you've been working your ass off, or maybe you just been mommy mode, daddy mode, and haven't been, really able to have that free time for yourself to step away and enjoy some of the things that you like, that bring you joy and fulfillment and satisfaction, okay? And then obviously I'm getting, the satisfaction from another avenue, which is, the physical. Okay, so maybe some of you guys have been abstinent, right, or celibate, or whatever, depending on what your situation is. And maybe you are now about to embark on some new connections that are going to take you there. Okay. So yeah, on that note, I am going to end this channel reading, because it's been a good roller coaster for me to express 1818 on the timer. Yeah, so I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I'm excited for those of you who are for surely stepping into some good satisfaction, okay, all around the board. And for those of you guys who are realizing that you are unfulfilled, know that you will later, at some point in time, once you get past this hurdle, once you process the emotions, once you sit with yourself and do that good work, you will then be embarking on the new level of satisfaction, as well as you welcome and invite that in, and just simply you acknowledging that you are not fulfilled. But alright, y'all, I send y'all so much love and healing energy, and hopes for great things. Love you. See ya.